Alright guys, and welcome to this new series I'm going to be taking a look at here, which is going to be basically just spotlighting really early development titles and whatnot, stuff that I'm really interested in and basically wanted to present to the channel, hopefully, gain attention from you guys and, having a play and whatnot. Now, let me go ahead and press any key here to continue. This is going to be my first real PC, essentially, journey in my channel, so it's a little bit heralding for that fact because, I am a console plebe, so this is going to be a whole new experience for me, but hopefully it's a good experience. Now, what Tessallation is going to be a 6-person project, or at least it was in the past tense, because it was done already, right? It's basically a project between 6 people back in college. All these people obviously have moved on into like industry jobs and whatnot, but this is something that they put together in college, and I'm not entirely sure exactly the time frame of release of this game itself, just because there's always early early access stuff. There's always like early projects that come out, or like early I guess versions of the game. So this is a game that I recently just got about a week ago from IndieDB itself, and I liked it. I was just like, hey, you know what? This will be the perfect title for me to start this off with. So over here we got a WASD in order to move, obviously. Thank you for this, by the way, because as being a console plebe, this is kind of really different to me. Left click is going to be to use and pick up items. Shift is going to be to sprint. Obviously a little bit running around, and jump. Really basic, right? So, even I can't fuck these controls up. That'll tell you something. So over here we're going to go ahead and get to the next door. Now, what this game is essentially, if you could tell, what we're going to do here is, well, thankfully this came up at the right time. So T is going to be to start the time travel portion. Right click is going to be rewind, and T, again, stops time travel. Well, essentially what you're over here probably thinking is if I do this, and I go over here, and I press right click to rewind. Oh, popped up over here. Oh, what is this? Some sort of fucking Portal game? Everything's a Portal game. Well, no, it's not like that exactly at all. Sure, there's elements of it, obviously. I can't deny that. But think of Portal, slight elements of it mixed in with Prince of Persia, essentially. Obviously, the rewind feature, really strong in the Prince of Persia games. Not only Prince of Persia, other games in general. But it's one of the ones that really prevalently comes to the mind. So, essentially, this is where he'll give you the basic controls. We're going to move on ahead, though, the next one. So what this game is essentially just a series of puzzles, almost. You can think of it that way. Again, yes, Portal, all puzzles. Yeah, I've seen that before. Okay, understandable, sure. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that, like, just kind of, like, slashing the whole genre and stuff, because everything's, mostly Portal kind of perfected that essentially, that whole, algorithm, essentially, of puzzle games with, complex moves and whatnot. So over here, we're going to go ahead and start time travel. To tell you again, essentially what these work as is essentially a way for you to kind of like be like, if you're dumb like me, believe me, I was a big dummy idiot when I went through this, and I was like, oh, start time travel. Well, if I click this, that opens up. Well, let me just run over there. Oh, I couldn't do it. And then I was like, oh, all right, fuck it. This time I'm going to be ready to run, right? I didn't run this time. So, oh shit, there we go. Oh, dude, I can't make it. Well, fuck, this game's broken, obviously. It's not even a real game. It's just like a little project by 6 indie developers, right? No, but so essentially what you want to do is use your power, right? Pretty easy. How do you use your power? Well, let's go ahead and start the time travel sequence, right? Is that even right? No, probably not. Let me assume that I could do this from here, right? So I want to be close to the door, right? Because this is basically still on a timer. I want to make it through here. So if I was to chill over here, hit the time travel sequence, and then go on over here, and click on this bad boy, and then rewind time, I'd pop up over here, right? So I popped up, I'm back in time, I'm cool. But then my past self is like over here clicking buttons for me, and bam, just like that, fucking through, all right. And believe me, when I got through that first portion, I kind of, can't really necessarily lie that I was a little bit excited, and I had to, pause this recording itself. Well, not pause the recording at the time, but I paused the game at that time, and, kind of, take care of my own business if you catch my drift there, but that's a story altogether. Let's keep it slightly professional here. So, over here, we're going to be, again, introduced to the same thing. So, most of the puzzles here will involve, pressure plates, pushing stuff, whatnot, your common puzzle fare, obviously. So, what's going to happen here? It's like, well, obviously, we need to keep all these 3 pressure plates pressed, right? Well, that's not going to happen with just me, so what do? Well, let's go ahead and go back into the time travel feature here. And bam, I'm going to do this. Now, I'm going to rewind, and that's going to go over there, right? That cell phone is going to hang out there? Well, what now? Well, what if I go and hit this now? And I rewind again. Well, yeah, so I went there, but didn't I go that way first? And, come on, dude, you're missing your cue. All right, perfect. And there it goes, a little bit late on your cue. But now we have 2 other myselves in the past. It's kind of, if I could really interact with these people, I'd tell them, you know, what's to, like, you know, avoid and not do, so my life wouldn't have turned out to this. But that's a whole different story altogether. So over here, the door's open. If I move off of this plate, though, that's gonna close. So we need one more, you know, essentially, we need one more sacrificial lamb, essentially. So let's go ahead and rewind time one more time. And I'm gonna go and hang out here. And apparently, yep, perfect. And there you go. Next puzzle's solved, right? Essentially, it's a really good flow to it. It's really fun. It makes you think a bit. There's gonna be, you know, obviously these puzzles are really, you know, easy. You know, they're hard for me. They're gonna probably be easy for the most of you, the majority of you, really. So, you know, I'm over here kind of patting myself in the back. Well, you know, tough luck, right? So, over here is gonna be another situation like this. We're gonna have, now this is gonna introduce the actual elevators, essentially, that make you go up and down. Obviously, over here, we're gonna need to press 2 buttons one more time. So we have the one that goes over here, obviously. But I need to also get up here, so let's just go up first of all. And this is one of the pressure plates that we need to hit, right? So this definitely needs to be hit. So let's go ahead and start our time travel sequence. I'll leave him there. Well, actually, no, I'll bring this over here. So my past self's gonna go over there and lock on that because we still need that one. And then over here, obviously, we need to keep another person on, so we'll go ahead and do a rewind on that as well. And there you go. Perfect. Easily in, right? No problems, no thing whatsoever. Alright, so essentially what Tessallation is, in the words of developers, is basically a single-player co-op puzzle game. Now, you might be thinking, single-player co-op, what the fuck? Well, essentially that's what it is, because you're going to be relying on yourself a lot of the times to solve these puzzles, which is what I really liked about the whole deal altogether. So over here again, we need 2 pressure plates. This one kind of like, you know, took me a bit of time figuring out. If I do remember correct, let's see if we can do this again, though. So, essentially, if I go ahead and browse about here really quickly, and alright, so we need to get up there for sure. What happens when you press this plate over here, or this button, this elevator's gonna go up, obviously what you need, but then this guy's gonna go that way too. It's kind of pose a little bit of a problem for us. So what we're gonna do here is go up first of all. And it is our conundrum right here, is that we will go up, which is what we need to do. However, my elevator went off without me, so I'm kind of a little bit fucked, right? So, here is where you kind of head and go into your time travel again. Time traveling me will press this button and, you know, basically reverse all this shit. I'm gonna rewind back though, right? Alrighty, and as my time traveling self goes ahead and acts as my devil's advocate for me, this puzzle, at least elevator or platform itself will come back. I will have access to it once again. Now, what happens from here? Well, I go ahead and make one more of these critters for myself. Make sure, okay. A little bit of trouble here. I forgot that, remember that the first rewind feature that you do, or the first essentially time travel person that you make, it's gonna go ahead and press that button one more time, meaning that your platform's gonna go back down. Now here, I think I just broke the game. That should have been a lot smoother than it was, because I kind of panicked a bit and I was like, oh guys, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna just jump it, and I actually made the jump. Now that would have been a lot easier had I, you know, not panicked at all, but, you know, live and learn, right? So over here, obviously, we need to keep this plate concealed. So let's go ahead, and here's the thing that you could also do. Sometimes when your extra U's are essentially screwing you over, you could always press T and just basically wipe them off altogether. What I'm gonna do is just do that altogether. I could have done that for that puzzle and made it a lot easier on myself, but, you know, hey. So over here, we're gonna go ahead and start one more time travel, because we do need to keep this guy here, right? At least one of me to press that pressure plate. So there you go, bomb on that. Then over here, we need one more person. We'll rewind again. And then my second self and my first self, and goddamn, and this is really making me cross-eyed now. I feel like Austin Powers. So over here, we got through, right? Perfectly fine. Now, on this particular thing here, we're gonna have a little bit of a basketball session, you know, and, you know, luckily for me, back in high school, I was known as, you know, the Big Dipper when it came to the shot from the outside, you know, because unfortunately I wasn't the strongest, I wasn't the fastest. If you've ever heard of a ski-low, then, you know, I wish I could be a little bit taller myself. You know, I wish I was a baller. You know, I wish I had a girl that agreed I would call her. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat, and, you know, my rabbit in a hat has to be making that shot and getting access to the next thing. So, you know, ski-low I wish, well, me and you too, buddy. Believe me. So, that's where we're done over here. We're gonna go ahead and press on. So essentially that signifies almost the first real portion of the game, right? It's not a long game by any means of the imagination, right? So again, this is a free game, so I really recommend you go out and play it for yourself. I'm gonna try to stop this soon, just because I feel like I've, you know, highlighted most of the things that I wanted to say, and I also, because it's a short game, I don't want to give everything away, right? This particular puzzle here I thought was really, really fun in itself. For that reason alone, I'm not sure if I want to actually show it, because I think this is really one of the times where you start really thinking a lot more harder, right? That was kind of like the tutorial, right? Like, you know, basic things. Over here, you're going to have to start experimenting with a little bit of object manipulation. With this sort of stuff, as you can see, I got a flashbulb, right? What this thing is telling you here is that, hey, I'm happy, I got a flashbulb. Oh, I gotta go put it over there, right, in order to open that door? Okay. And then this guy's over here like, ha ha ha, what did he do? Well, let's try it out. Oh, you dick! Why? Okay, and you see what happens, right? This guy's kind of being a fucking bully, and he's gonna keep doing that over and over. So what do you do at this point? How do I get that over there? Well, maybe if I just kind of like Brett Favre this shit to myself and just kind of like toss it up in the air, maybe, and then run over there. Ah, I can't make it. Oh, but then again, that kind of opens the idea, right? Doesn't it? Like, it's kind of like, well, if I can't get through this guy, I obviously can't go through the, you know, volleyball net here. And speaking of which, where are the girls playing volleyball? Because that's kind of like one of my favorite pastimes in high school. I was kind of a creep even at a young age, but that's another thing altogether. So over here, obviously, you do want to, you know, pass this on over. Now, how do we go about this? Well, we could maybe go over here first of all. Wait, stop it, man. I'm trying to, you know, I'm trying to show YouTube that I have an idea of what I should be doing. So over here, we'd grab this, right? Actually, let's toss this back. No, not all of them. Stop it. I don't want that many. Apparently, I am a magician suddenly, and you know, Skilo, you got your wish after all. So over here, you know, do a little bit of time traveling, right? One of your guys is going to have to be responsible for this. But there's nobody over there, meaning, well, what if we started from over here instead? And robot refrigerator, you need to stop being an asshole for a second, okay? We're trying to make a video here. Always rude. All right, so what if I start over here, right? Let's see. Usually I'll pick up the bulb from right here. I can just toss it over here. Let's go through this. All right, so let's time travel. Send my future or my past self on over here. And I'm still hanging out over there, essentially, in spirit form, as you can imagine. You know, unfortunately, I also have Butterfingers, so that's going to be a little bit of trouble. So what do I do here? Well, let's go ahead and just toss this bitch on over, right? And rewind. So he's going to go over there, right? And after a while of having trouble actually picking out that light bulb, he will throw it back to me, right? Are you going to throw it back to me? Throw it back to me. Yeah, you get in position. I'm good. Marco Polo it. Oh, God, I unfortunately should have jumped. Hey, what is this? Oh, God, I should have jumped that. All right, so let's try this one more time. Rewind. You do this again. So it means I'm going to launch that shit a bit too far for my own good. So you need to move out the way. This will basically give me an indication of where I was standing, so I should need to move back a little bit for this to work out. So over here, I'm going to be playing basically the cornerback of the situation. Oh, God damn it. All right. Well, as you can see, that's the puzzle right there. I am unfortunately very terrible at this. I should edit this out, right, just to, you know, show a fragment of professionalism on my part, but I won't, you know. That's basically the fun of the game, right? I mean, it's one thing to solve the puzzles, yeah, but basically that journey to solving the puzzle itself is basically the fun part. And there I caught that, actually, and that's going to be really easy again. Once it's basically in your reticle, you'll press the same button you used to grab everything out, which is the left click button, and you'll catch it. And there you go. Let's go ahead and get rid of those guys. Thank you for your help, guys, and boom. Perfect, right? Next puzzle. Or is it next puzzle? Here, there's a few more that I want to kind of highlight a bit, but again, it's not a long game whatsoever. It's a free game, it's not a long game. It's just basically a project between some people, so always keep that in mind. You know, don't come back to me like, you know, 5 days later and like, you know, it's not like I, you know, actually, alright, this I did want to actually highlight, but it's not like, you know, I'm over here pushing a game on you, it's going to cost you money, right? It's a free game, so it's, you know, short game, so basically, I don't want you to be like, you know, oh, you goddamn asshole, you fucking recommended a game or highlighted a game, it was like $15, and like, you know, I bought it, it's a piece of shit. Well, understandable, right? I would be too, but this is a free game, it's a short game. You know, you get what you pay for, which is nothing. But you actually get a lot of fun, so what do I know? So over here, this guy's gonna be a dick, right? Obviously, you want to play some, you know, more basketball, you know, kind of, it's gonna be either Jordan versus Bird, essentially, if you guys ever played that. I did, because I'm a very old man, apparently. So over here, I'm gonna go ahead and just be like, all right, what do you do? Hang out there? That's fine, you can't block me, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this, and holy shit, you know what? That's not even a block, bro. That's called fucking goaltending. So I'm gonna just bring it to the hoop, right? Wait, 1 second. Let me see, I can just kind of juke your shit out like Allen Iverson. All right, so let's go here. Yeah. Oh, well, this guy's a fucking all-pro, apparently. I'm kind of fucked. I'm over here dealing with Dikembe Mutombo. All he's got to really do is don't stop staring at that ball like that, all right? All he's really got to do at this point is kind of just wag his finger at me in a very menacing pace. So, you know, Matumbo's gonna fucking Matumbo. He's gonna be a dick. So what do I do here? Well, obviously, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of teamwork. He's gonna follow the ball, right? As you can see. If that didn't take it off, right? His function is to follow the ball. So let me toss this over there. Boom, he goes over there. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us that I'm kind of free to move about. So let's go ahead and start our time traveling feature again, because obviously that is the crux of the matter. That is basically the heart of these puzzles. Now, say I was to hang out here, right, and start my teleporting process. Let me go ahead and go on over here. Now, here's the thing. If I go on over here and then toss the ball and then do a little bit of rewind. So, go on over there, right? Now, I think I should have probably just alley-ooped this shit to myself, but, you know, we'll see how this works out. Oh! Oh, no! Ah, I flopped it. I freaked! Again, this is, I LeBron James this shit, circa 2012 or 11, whenever they did win the championship, and, you know, there was a big ordeal going on about him not doing well. But alright, either way, so let's try this one more time. Oh, god damn it. You're fucking up the rotation, self. Alright, here's the problem. I'm kind of making a little bit too many copies of myself, which is kind of fucking me over. So let's do this way. I am gonna go... Basically, the farther you are, the better. That was basically my big issue here. So let's go on over here. I try to get a little bit too fancy, and, like, you know, I was thinking of the alley-oop. I was thinking of the money shot itself. Not that particular money shot, freaks. So let's pass that over there. Rewind. So here's the thing, obviously. You can't do this by yourself. You need to rely on this pass. So, you know, essentially, Shaquille O'Neal circa 97 or whatnot, he'd be kind of fucked, because, you know, do you want me to shoot it? No. Do you want me to pass it? Oh, I missed it! Oh, I wasn't supposed to miss. That's not part of the project here. Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, that's something I really wasn't expecting to happen. I actually haven't missed one of those unless, you know, I was in the playground for another one of the puzzles. But okay, well, that's really interesting. Well, not only did I miss, but it also ruined the punchline. Oh, God, I'm kind of... Oh, see? Oh! Well, apparently my other self made it, so, okay, apparently that goes to show how well of a hit I was in high school with basketball. Alright. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up for you. This is going to take you into another portion of the game. This is going to be outside. Again, there's still a few more puzzles involved. I don't want to cover everything because I want to leave some of them up to you, some of them for you to play with. Quickly, before we end this, though, this one's going to really start dealing with this, which is a pressure plate. With this, you're going to have to use, essentially, just use weight, right? And as you can imagine how you could probably apply weight in this game, you could use items, yes, but obviously the easiest method would be what we've been doing all along, which is time travel, right? A lot of copies of yourself. So, essentially, let's go ahead and wrap it up right here. I just wanted to quickly take a little bit of my time to really highlight this game. It's a free game. I'm going to drop all the proper information for this in the description, so be sure to look it up. It's a free game, nothing to lose. It's a really fun little time sink for you to mess around with. It's visually stunning. It's not, you know, goddamn Battlefield 4, right? But it actually has a really good, I guess, feel to it. Like, I really like the design, you know, it's plain, but still very appealing to the eye, you know, very basic, but it's still there. The graphics are there. I haven't really run into any sort of bugs whatsoever doing the puzzles, so that's also a plus. And again, it's a game that's not going to probably be touched upon mostly by the developers anymore. It's just what it is. But I think that for what it is, it's a really fun game for you to invest your time in. So once again, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Check out the information I'll drop below to check out the video. And if you did enjoy the video altogether, be sure to leave it in the comments, leave it in the likes, all sorts of things. It's your prerogative to do so or not, but it also helps out. So once again, guys, I'll see you next time.